Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MOAB number 3. I'm playing on Underground and I'm using the PP90M1, which is one of the best submachine guns out there, even though the MP7 is a bit better, but I wanted to switch it up for this game because I'm using the MP7 a lot. This is my 4th prestige. I'm now on 5th, and funny thing, on 5th prestige, only gun I've ever used was the MP7. Oh, and the FMG9s. Those are the only guns I've ever used the whole entire prestige, and I'm almost done with it anyways. But it just shows how much I love the MP7. It's probably like the best. It is the best submachine gun in the game. Probably in any COD so far. I just love it so much. Maybe the UMP-45 Modern Warfare 2 is a bit better. But I go for MOAB right here. It's going pretty well so far because I pick off a guy right there, and then right there. Just like little kind of laying down like a noob. Ooh, drop shot. So this is MOAB number 3, and kind of MOAB number 2. I went over a couple of class options. I just wanted to say something really quickly. I just decided with my support class, which was where I would use a UAV, ballistic vest, and advanced UAV. Take off the advanced UAV. Just do UAV and ballistic vest. And I know you guys are probably confused because that's only 2 point streaks, but really with UAV being 4 and a ballistic vest being 5, you really cycle through them very fast, and you really need that. But if you're going to play with friends who are supporting you, they're using ballistic vests too, or in UAVs and counter UAVs, go ahead and use advanced UAV because it'll work for you too. But if not, if you're going just solo, which I usually do when I'm going for MOABs, ballistic vests and UAVs. And I know I'm not using them this game. I probably around MOAB number 7 or 6 I start using them. But it works very well. I've come to notice. So there's a lot of different combinations you can use that are very MOAB friendly. And I just have to discover them first to share them with you. Unless you guys probably will, most likely probably will get the hang of it too, I guess. But anyways, so Underground is probably my 4th favorite map. It's okay, but I mean it's got a lot of flanking positions, which I like. It's very good to get MOABs, and they're just, some maps are just practically impossible to get a MOAB. And Underground's probably one of those easy ones, just because there's always places to hide, always places to take cover, always places to flank. So it's really useful, and I love using it all the time. I love playing on it all the time. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying right now. But my all-time favorite map is probably Resistance. I really like Resistance. I just like the way it plays. I always do well. The first, not always, but most of the time, like right when we spawn, I'm playing domination game. I secure A. I go down the stairs, going towards C, and I could really pick off like 10 people just in one trip, and it really works well. So Resistance, sorry, is probably my favorite map. I'm on it for 3 at least. Probably in other games too. It kind of goes over the top. It goes to the top of the list, but more or less, a lot of the maps in this game are pretty good, but there's some that just don't function very well. And I honestly hope that the new maps that they're bringing out for the DLC, which I'm still pretty mad that we're getting them second. As a PS3 player and a elite founder, I do try to represent the other people who are being deprived of their map pack for some strange reason, even though we paid. But whatever. So what was I saying just a second ago? So yeah, I really hope that they kind of make the maps kind of very functional. They kind of learn from their mistakes. But if you did notice in the trailer, the DLC trailer, this was, I learned this after I posted my analysis, which wasn't that good. I just posted it anyways. But there was, on one of the computers, a guy was designing high-rise. And also, if you go into the PC files, you can find high-rise as one of the new DLC maps. And many more, like Rust, Crossfire, I think Overgrown's in there too, Crash might be in there, Favela, Terminal, a bunch of these really cool maps that we've kind of liked. But I'm kind of confused. All these different maps that are coming out, and like, how are they gonna fit that into DLCs? Like, I'm still really confused about that. How are they gonna fit that? it doesn't make too much sense to me. Oh, and I get a MOAB right here, 24-point streak because I'm using hardline. So MOAB number 3. All right, so I got MOAB. I'm on MOAB number 9 right now. So you better be watching for some more. And do I do a 360 sort of thing? Nobody jumped in there. 800-point multi-kill. I love my MOABs. Yeah, so you know, so there's gonna be these new maps that we've seen in previous CODs. I know nothing Treyarch because they won't do that for sure. And you know, I'm kind of excited for that. I have no problem with them bringing old maps back, even though sometimes I'd like to see something new, which they do deliver. But there's these old maps that I really liked, that are really functioned well, and I kind of miss things like that. The one thing, high rise, the initial spawn, that's gotta change because just snipers, you know, going across the place are just crazy. But what happens right here? Do I get killed? No. I think this is actually my highest kill streak in any game, or gun kill streak for that matter, that I've played yet. I think it's like a 34, to be honest. Yeah, I think this did it, but yeah, okay. So I really had fun with this game. So going off of that topic, I just wanted to say a little bit about the presidential race. Those of you who are Canadian, I bet you don't care or anything, or you know, any other country who watch these videos, you probably don't care. But for those Americans, those fellow Americans, who do you want? Oh, this guy right there. Yes. Wait. So who do you want to? Is this? Yes. So who do you want to win the presidential election? Me personally, I want Ron Paul, and I really think Ron Paul is probably, I thought the last presidential election he was the best candidate out there. And I'm pretty happy some candidates stepped down, like whoever that black dude was. I'm not trying to be racist, but whoever he was, I forgot his name. But you know, Michelle Bachmann backed down. I don't really like her very much. But Ron Paul, I really think he's got a lot of good thoughts on how to kind of fix our country, because our country's in terrible shape right now. But I mean, some thoughts, you know, I was doing some research, and you kind of look at all the money that the U.S. spends for absolutely no reason, especially on NASA, and I could care less about space. I already know how space works. I don't need to kind of look at other galaxies or whatnot. I don't care at all, except we spend just hundreds of billion dollars on that for some strange reason. But I was doing some other research, and we spend about $1 trillion a year on military. If you don't know how ridiculous that is, that's just freaking ridiculous. That's more money, value-wise, that's more money than we spent during World War II. Now, of course, during World War II, you know, if you look at the amount of money, it was much different. But I mean, if you translate the value, it's even more. So when you think about it, we're just fighting some insurrection in in the Middle East, doing special ops missions, you know, suppressing Taliban, Al Qaeda, you know, all those people, and we're spending more than we did when we were fighting a war all over the world against millions of troops, and we had to supply millions of troops. So it's just ridiculous. We spend more money on military than all the countries combined. If you don't know how pointless and crazy that is, well, I'm just gonna tell you that's just crazy. Some other problems we're having is by 2032, I believe, Social Security is going to give us over $30 trillion in debt. Social Security alone. Now Medicare is pretty similar too. And what, you know, a lot of politicians are not figuring out is you can just easily do means testing to fix those things. If you don't know what means testing is, it's when basically you test the means and the means of, like, or the means that somebody has, so they, let me rephrase that. Means testing is basically when you test to see who deserves that service that you're giving them, and so basically, you know, more of the lower middle class and lower class should get Social Security and Medicare, not kind of like the upper middle class and the wealthy class. They should not be getting Medicare or Social Security at all. And I mean, even though they pay into it, it's kind of, they don't really look forward to it at all. I mean, they're not happy about it, but whatever. I'm just gonna end it right here. Victory. Totally owned them with my MOAB, super MOAB, and grenade across the map, and it explodes. So thanks guys for watching this video, and see you all later. expect MOAB number 4 soon. See you later.